she can hold this over your head and she can talk to you crazy just because you're in public. Like, you know what? You ain't nothing.
No, I'm not
And
saying.
he just gonna walk away.
You
Just gonna
No,
walk
I'm
away.
saying-
He gonna,
I'm Jake Champ.
I know they watching me. I know they watching me.
Can somebody look up how much this man is making? You know what I'm saying?
Listen, bro, but this is what I'm saying. Can I say something real quick, Mr. Al?
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, they've been married for 30 years, my
Why
man.
does that matter? If you do something
hold
wrong,
on, that
you do something
matters.
wrong.
Okay, that matters a lot.
Opinions of public opinion to prosecute people, bro. We don't know how many arguments him and his wife have been in. She could beat him up at home. That's all I'm saying. I gotta go. Hey, I'm at work. Let me get off before I get fired.
Tell
I'll
me the
let y'all
truth.
later.
Hey,
All right, bro. Thanks for the call.
thanks for going to the bathroom and getting on the phone.
Are we as a society just too soft? Because we
Yes.
had the Bobby Knights. We had Coach K, Dean Smith,
Mike
Roy
Dicker.
Williams, Mike Dicker. The list goes on and on of hard coaches
Right.
who's yelled, who've done even worse things than this.
Right.
But now you can't yell at your players anymore.
We don't know the kind of relationship he had with old boy.
But there are some things you do outside the public that you do in public. You know
They're
what
in the
I'm
finals, bro. They're in the finals. Do you know how much adrenaline is going?
You a coach, you know. You a coach.
Yeah,
That's why
like,
you
he
here.
ain't-
That's why you here.
He
man.
just ain't
Man,
set.
but-
He just ain't set it in the locker room like, hey, come on, y'all get ready and shower. Y'all done.
So you
Come
don't
on
think
down
he
here.
stuck out the office to give him a peek? Like, hey,
Hey, man, I don't know. I don't know.
man.
I hope
Good,
not.
good. Yeah, good. Yeah, good.
Hey,
I
no,
hope not.
no accusations.
All right,
Come on.
Gino safe right now. Gino is safe until further notice. Everybody's
Never
getting it.
know.
Anybody can get it because everybody been getting it. Actors, athletes, anybody. Okay. Forget technicality. We the Allen Powell show.
We know
wanna
he
just-
did it.
Man.
All right.
He
That's what we
paid
wanna get to.
somebody.
Anthony Lott, when you're that old, you should be allowed a happy ending.
They had a bright future. They had a good line, and LeBron came in there and ripped out the whole yard, and they ain't got no new seeds to put down. So instead of building a team, LeBron and the Lakers want to skip the process, and now they got to deal with the consequences, bro. You can't keep the process.
Oh,
But
okay.
I'm not
All
gonna
right.
let him run the team.
Okay.
I'm not gonna, that's the problem. They let him run the team.
So listen, if you could take,
Pulling they strings like
so
this.
Al,
Hey, Puppet, do
so
this.
Al, if you
Puppet, do that.
would
That's
you
the
let
problem.
AD come? Would you pick up AD and let Ingram go ball?
But I'm not,
Okay,
I'm
all
not,
right.
but I'm not gonna expose it. I'm not gonna get suckered. I'm not gonna get
not gonna
that
get
boo.
caught.
You knew it was gonna
I'm
get
not gonna
leaked
let
though.
LeBron run.
You knew it was gonna get
I
leaked.
do it. It's gonna be because I want to do it, not because LeBron coming over here saying
You
I
knew
want,
it was
I
gonna
want you to do
get
this. Another question: do you think Joe would get caught by the alligator
Oh,
if
see,
he was
why
on the
you-
golf course?
Why you always try to
What?
put me, man?
What, man?
You always try to.
Where we lock and load, Allen Powell. It's the Allen Powell Show. Yeah. Where we lock and load. Come on. It's the Allen Powell Show. Yeah. Where we lock and load. Come on. It's the Allen Powell Show. Yeah. Where we lock and load. It's the Allen Powell Show. Yeah. Where we lock and load. Come on.
Or the Final Four.
It's very disappointing because there's so much hype built up around him, and you wanted to see could he win a championship in this freshman year. It's cut to it. They've been treading on thin ice the last couple games.
They snuck out 2 games in a row?
Yes.
2 tip-ins in a row?
It was like that movie. You remember that movie of Marlon Wayans, The Sixth Man?
Yeah.
Where he was like up in the air, like the way they was winning games, they was barely the ball was barely rimming out, and they was escaping.
It seemed like magic. It seemed like it was setting up to prepare them for the championship game.
Right.
But with Duke out of it, with Zion out of it, I'm going for Texas Tech. I actually got a cousin that coaches over there, so I'm going for Texas Tech. I'm sticking with the family.
Okay, that's what it is. That's
Either
what it
Texas
is.
Tech or Michigan, to keep it in the region, but Texas Tech would be my number 1 option.
Got you. So I want Auburn. I'm rooting for Auburn. He's going for Texas Tech. I want y'all to call in. Who do you got and why? And are you disappointed that Zion is not going to be involved in this?
Or
Final
are you
Four?
happy? Because it was a lot of Zion haters out there too, saying the kid was overhyped. It's gonna be exciting to see what can he translate that special athleticism to the NBA level where he dealing with 7-footers and 6'10" guys where, he was a man amongst boys playing in college.
Right.
But it's going to be interesting to see what it looks like on the next level.
It is, and it's disappointing because there's not really any stars left. Like, is there any stars that you can name on any of those teams left?
But what I've been hearing a lot and what I understand is that one and done doesn't work.
Right.
So those one and done stars, they're not the players who are making it to the Final Four.
Right.
It's the teams have been building their team for the last 2-3 years that's making it. So,
Got you. So that's the men's Final Four. That's set already. We're going to discuss the women's Final Four. We got Oregon, Baylor, UConn, Notre Dame. Now, before the show, you told me who you was rooting for and who you going with.
I don't watch a lot of women's college basketball.
Right.
When it get down to the championship game, I'll be watching.
Right.
I'm going for Notre Dame, man.
Going for Notre Dame?
That's hometown.
That is true. That is the local team. I'll be rooting for them as well. I don't want UConn to win. I'm tired of Geno winning. He got 11 national championships.
That's crazy.
11.
Yeah.
Give somebody else a chance to win a championship. I mean, that's not normal.
He's the Phil Jackson of NC women's college basketball.
Right. So I'm rooting for Notre Dame. We both rooting for Notre Dame with the women's. But if you're watching women's college basketball, who do you have and why? Who are you rooting for? So that's what we got going on with Final Four action coming up, NCAA. So now we're going to have a quick word from our sponsors. So the Allen Powell Show is brought to you by MLA Printing, where you can get business cards, flyers, tickets, brochures, and more. With their service, you'll get a fast turnaround, high quality printing, design setup available, and glossy 16-point paper. You can find MLA Printing on Facebook and email. So the email address is mlaprinting867@gmail.com. And the number is 219-398-8888. And I've personally dealt with this company, and this is top-notch service. So MLA Printing is where you want to use to get tickets, flyers, all those type of things. You want to get with them, and they will take care of you. So that's our word from one of our sponsors. Going on to the next topic at hand. The first week of Major League Baseball is over, and we had breaking news coming in before the show today.
What was that?
And Braves outfielder Robert Acuna signed a 8-year, $100 million deal.
Man, baseball is where the money is at.
Yes.
Hands down. Like that, I don't think there's any other professional league. I mean, the NBA, but you have to be the top-notch player in the NBA to get that type of money.
Right. But I had a quick question for you.
What's that?
This guy right now, he's 21 years old.
Uh-huh.
He's 21 years old. He would have been a free agent in 2024.
Uh-huh.
If you are Robert Acuna, do you take now right now he was only making about $500,000-$600,000 this year. They're going to rip that up and he's going to get money starting this year. But do you take the money, 8-year, $100 million, or because this guy is going to be a superstar? He's going to be a superstar. Mm-hmm. And with that being the case,
if he does not get injured.
Barring injury.
And it seems like that's what he's doing. He's taking the
money now.
The safe bet. But has the rules changed in the contracts in the MLB? Because it seems like this is a trend where what was the guy? One was 14 years. They're taking these long-term contracts.
Yeah, you talking about Bryce Harper got 13 years.
Yeah. So and 8 years is a long time to be under contract with one team. So
yeah, it is. But my question, it's changed. The rules haven't changed. The minds of the owners have changed.
Got you.
So, but my question was, okay, so he took 8 years, $100 million, right? Now, Mike Trout for the Angels got $430 million.
Yeah, so that means
because he's the best player in baseball.
Yeah.
Machado got $300 million. Bryce Harper got $330. Do you take the $100 now, or do you wait till you're a free agent in 2024 in 5 years, and you can possibly get 300, 400 million.
I guess that all depends on your circumstances. First of all, you know what your money game is at, and how in need of money are you. Me personally, I will bet on myself, especially if I believe I got superstar talent.
Right.
I'm gonna bet on myself so I can become a free agent again. Especially when you see guys getting $300 and $400 million,
Right.
and that money is probably gonna keep going up.
Right.
So I understand your point, man. 8 years to be locked in. How old is this kid?
He's 21 years old of right now. He's 21.
He's kind of young to lock himself into that contract at that age.
But I think what happened was he's from a different country. He probably never seen this type of money before.
He needed that money.
Yeah. I mean, but he is making 500, 600,000. But I think this is general.
That's not $100 million.
Right, true.
That's a huge difference.
True. It's generational wealth. But at the same time, we've seen players bet on themselves. And in baseball, the injuries is not as frequent as football or even basketball because
what country is this kid from?
I believe he's from the Dominican Republic. Don't quote me on that.
If he from the DR, bro, that's like a third world country almost as far as money wise goes.
Yeah.
So I think your point of view was right. Like he probably needs that money. He's never seen that amount of money.
If you his agent, don't you tell him, hey, I don't know if this is the best thing.
Maybe his agent from the Dominican Republic too.
So both of them need the money. Like, hey man, we both can get paid right now.
Sign that right now.
Right
now.
I don't know. So hey, I'm intrigued by the callers that will call in and tell me what would they do in this situation. You are Robert Acuna, 21-year-old phenom. They offer you 8 years, $100 million, but you see these contracts that's going by with Bryce Harper, Mike Trout, Manny Machado, $300 million, $400 million.
And you got superstar talent.
This brother hit over 20 home runs his rookie year. Over 20 home runs. He's a beast.
Yeah.
He's a beast. So do you hold out? Do you wait and bet on yourself to possibly get more money? Or do you take the money now? So y'all call in again, and just in case you just tuning in with us, Suburbs 708-445-9922. Indiana 219-933-9922. Chicago 773-288-9922. So you can call in on any of the Final Four talk we had, or if you want to call in and talk about this contract that was breaking news with the Atlanta Braves and Atlanta Braves outfielder Robert Acuna, you can call in discussing that. I want to talk about these Cubs, though. These Cubs just lost again yesterday, committed 6 errors, and they're now 1-3. Word on the street is if they struggle this year, Joe Madden is out as coach just after winning the World Series in 2016. And then the White Sox is 1-3 as well. So they're expecting to be bad because they're still young and they don't have that many good players. I know you're not the biggest baseball fan, but if you just won the ship in 2016, should he get more time as a Cubs manager, or if he's not doing what it is?
I mean, 1-3 in any sport, they shouldn't be talking about him losing his job. It's been 4 games?
Right.
Get a man some time. He just brought a ship in not too long ago.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that he's had some roster changeover, and you got to get a man time to work it out.
And it's 162 games in baseball.
Yeah. You got a long time to go. So.
But Chicago is a big market. They're used to winning. They used to be the lovable losers. Now they winning.
Win is microwave generation, man.
That's true.
Everybody want everything right now.
That's true. And they had the lead last year. They had like a 5-game lead going down the stretch, and they lost the division, didn't make it to the playoffs. And so the fans are getting antsy, man. They're getting antsy.
Tell them chill out, bro. It's early.
It's 162 games.
Still cold outside.
Yeah,
chill out.
They committed 6 errors yesterday. It was a shot where it showed a fan just yelling, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" It was a female yelling, "What are you doing?" They was in Atlanta. How you commit 6 errors in one game? Like, it was just infectious. She wasn't
yelling at her husband. She was yelling at the team for sure.
She was definitely yelling at the team. She had on the Cubs attire.
Okay.
And the Cubs just committed an error.
It's early, man. They got to shake the rust off.
I'm just saying, man. I'm
pretty sure around the league errors are up at the beginning of the season.
Yeah. I mean, but 6 errors, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Keep on moving.
Okay. Well, you know what? Look, if y'all want to call in talking Cubs or White Sox, matter of fact, are you for the Cubs? Are you a White Sox? Me, myself, I'm a Cubs fan. And I've been having conversations with a lot of White Sox fans. They give me a lot of grief about different things because I don't hate the White Sox. Even though I'm a Cubs fan, a lot of people say, you can't be both. Either you North Side or you South Side. Mm-hmm. But when the White Sox made it to the World Series against Houston, I was rooting for them. I don't want to see another. I want all Chicago to win. But they was on my back, so they make me not like the White Sox sometimes. But are you South Side? Are you North Side? Call in, tell me what you think about the Cubs or the White Sox. Either one, call in, tell me what you think about it. Now, we're going to move on. Like I said, with this show, you get extra shenanigans. We like to have fun. We like to do different things.
Just a little bit.
He got segments. I got a segment. My segment is called A Day in the Life of Al. Yes. So we're going to cue that up, and I'm just going to tell you what's going on with me in A Day in the Life of Al.
You ever wonder what happened in A Day in the Life of Al?
Now, in A Day in the Life of Al, I usually tell you what's going on with me. Sometimes it's strange things, funny things. I let you know what's going on with me. And I like to hear, is it just me or does this happen to everybody? But in today's episode, I'm just going to tell you that I went to a concert Saturday. Went to a concert.
Who you go see?
My favorite artist and favorite group of all time, 116 Click, Lecrae, and his crew was all together. I've seen all of them separate, but this is the first time they was all together at one time.
That's what's up.
All together. So they performed all their hottest songs there, some of the old songs. And so this is the concert that I went to. But my question to the audience is, this is one of the best concerts I've ever seen. They was all in the building at one time. But my question to the audience is, and I asked this before on previous shows, but my question is, who is the artist that is a must-see in concert? I seen Lecrae and his crew in concert, great. But who puts on the best performance concert-wise?
You talking about out of all artists? Or
all artists. I done heard a lot of artists put on great shows, but I enjoyed.
I mean, in my personal experience, I'll give you my personal experience until we get a caller.
Okay.
Jay-Z and Beyonce, the hype is real.
Okay.
Like it's a show. It's a show.
So when did you see them? Was it recently on the Run tour?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I saw Jay-Z by himself probably about 10 years ago.
Okay.
But
okay.
Probably when he had a little bit more juice in the tank. I got a new artist, man. He just had a show in Chicago, and it was one of the livest shows I've ever been to.
Okay.
Toby Nwigwe.
Oh, yeah. I know you're talking about.
But, man, that show was live. And Erykah Badu, she put on the show, too.
And I heard Charlie Wilson put on a great show, too.
Yeah, I still ain't seen him.
Yeah, they say he put on the show.
I got to see him before he getting up there in age. I got to check him out.
Got you. Somebody's asking for the number again, so I'm going to give the number out to the callers. In Indiana, we have 219-933-9922. That's the Indiana number. In the suburbs, we got 708-445-9922. In Chicago, 773-288-9922. Somebody just texted in and said New Edition was a great show as well. So that's another group. But like I said, I had
the new edition or the old New Edition.
Right.
That's what I want to know.
I don't know. But the 116 concert was off the chain. And just in case you don't know what 116 means, I got the hat on. It's Romans 1:16. I am unashamed of the gospel. And so that is what they stand by. But it was a great concert. And like I said, in a day in the life of Al, sometimes you just get to know what's going on with me. Sometimes it's crazy stuff. Sometimes it's silly stuff. But today, it was just a concert that I went to. And I want to know who is a must-see as far as concert-wise that I need to look out for if they get in concert again.
Was the concert great on a scale of 1
It was
to 10?
great.
What would you rate it?
I'm not going to give it a 10. It's hard. I'm a hard grader. I want to give it a 10. I give it an 8.
Gotcha.
I give it an 8.
Who would you say out of all artists is your must-see artist?
Out of all artists?
Yeah.
I haven't been to a whole lot of concerts. I've basically been to 116 concerts.
Gotcha.
Okay, we got a caller calling in. Caller, what's your name and your comment? Where you from?
Hey, my name is Tierra Williams. I'm from Gary, Indiana. I'm calling about the best show I ever saw.
Okay. Who you
Okay,
got?
so the best concert I ever been to was Ty Tribbett. He put on an excellent concert. It was jumping all over the place, and at the time I really didn't even know him that well, so he made me go and research his music. That's how good it was. And also Erykah Badu.
And Erykah Badu.
put on an excellent concert.
Yeah, I've seen her shows. Her show is amazing.
Okay, let me ask you a question, Carl. Since I got you on the line, we had a baseball player. Okay. So I got your point. I got another call calling in, but call back and we'll get back to you.
Okay.
All right.
I love the show, guys.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling in, caller. What's your name and your comment?
Hi, this is Belinda. I love this new show. It's awesome.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Do you have a comment on one of the topics?
Yes. The greatest concert I have ever seen was Prince. I've never seen anything like a Prince concert. It is phenomenal. I wasn't even planning to go, but someone gifted a ticket to me.
Wow.
So I went with them, and I was like, oh, my gosh. This was amazing. Prince.
Prince
by
is
far,
the one.
none other.
Got you. Okay. Okay. All right. Thanks for the call. We got another caller calling in.
Okay.
Caller, you on the line. What's your name and your comment?
Brother Al.
Who we got on the line?
With you, man? This is Barry Thomas, a.k.a. Miles Sauce.
Miles Sauce in the building. Thanks for calling in, bro. What's your comment?
Nothing much. I just wanted to wish you well, man. You and your brother, y'all sound great. I'm just sitting here, my mind is blown that, we come from down in that basement, and to hear you on this radio, man, it's just awesome, brother. I just want to wish you all well, man, and just wish you all nothing but the best, man. I didn't want to comment nothing. I just want to wish you all the best.
Hey, can you bless our show by entertaining us and telling us how you got the name Miles Sauce?
Yeah. Come on with it.
Let the world know.
To this being the Christian radio show, we're going to have to do that off
okay. All right.
Okay. Good answer.
Hit me in the DM on Facebook. Let me know about it.
Okay. Thanks for that call, man. Hey, thanks for supporting since day one, too, man. Appreciate it.
Always, man. Love y'all, man. Y'all be blessed.
All right. Got another calling in. Thanks for calling the Allen Powell Show. What's your name and your comment?
My name is Tyra Williams. I love the show.
Thank you. You got a comment?
Yes, I do. Well, actually, the concert I seen was the Gap Band a long time ago in Marquette Park, and you already know Charlie Wilson be killing the game.
Yes. I did say Charlie Wilson. So, yeah, I definitely agree with that. I'm going to have to check him out next time he come in. So, yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for that, and thanks for the call.
All right, y'all have a good one.
All right, thank you. So, everybody's calling in with the concert answers. So, we're going to move on. We're going to get into some NBA action. NBA. I know this is your forte. This is your... Oh, we got another caller calling in. Come on in.
It's the best time of the season, too.
Okay.
Hey, Al.
Hey. What's your name and your comment?
This is your mother-in-law.
All right.
I just want to call and congratulate you on your radio talk show.
Thank you so much.
That's all. Oh, well, my favorite concert was Charlie Wilson.
Charlie Wilson.
I saw him in New Orleans.
We got to check him out.
Yeah.
Before we check out.
Yeah. Okay.
He give a bomb show.
We would definitely look out for that. Okay. Well, thank you for that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you again. Thank you. So we're going to get into our next segment. Then we're going to take some more calls, but we're going to get into our next segment. Our next segment is NBA action, NBA. This is your avenue. This is what you specialize in.
This is the best time of year to watch the NBA, around the playoff time, when it get real, when it gets serious. And I'm not going to lie, I'm a little happy that I ain't got to see LeBron.
Speaking of LeBron, let's jump into that first, man. He's missing the playoffs for the first time in over 8 years. And then he's going to miss the last few games to rest his strain growing or something. I don't know. But this is I don't like the fact that he's going to sit out game. He was putting up like great numbers, even quote unquote injured. Quote unquote injured, he was still putting up like 28, 8-8 numbers wise. So how injured can you be when you putting up those numbers? And my thing is this: if I'm a fan and I'm a season ticket holder, or I'm paying money to see a product, don't tell me he's sitting out because he want to heal up. And like, bro,
he probably sitting out because he tired of them in the Staples Centers screaming for Kobe.
But this
that's probably why he's sitting out. But I hear you as far as him still putting up numbers. That's the thing about LeBron that kind of make it hard for me to like his game, because he's so big and strong and fast that he's going to get those numbers out his bed.
Right.
So, what was your next point?
My thing is this: they said LeBron wanted to play, but the coaching staff and the organization decided they wanted to sit him down for the rest of the year.
In my opinion, LeBron is about to go start on Space Jam 2. That's what LeBron James is about to spend his time sipping on wine and working on Space Jam 2. I think when he went over to LA, his primary focus was not basketball. And I think we saw that play out during the season. He still put up his numbers, right? Because he's a great player, but as far as like turning that over into winning,
right?
You know, and I hear a lot of people talk about his team wasn't good, but to me, he had some decent pieces over there.
Right. Yeah, he definitely had some decent pieces.
Yeah.
A lot of people feel the same way you feel, that when he went to LA, it was about the Hollywood, the shows, the shop, and all this extra stuff. But you sitting out, man, this is why this GOAT conversation, him, MJ, and all this. Stop that. Jordan didn't take off games when he was healthy. And to me, like, I don't believe he was playing the last few games. So now all of a sudden, when they completely out of the playoffs, we're going to sit him down. We're going to sit him down to, quote unquote,
I mean, I understand he's 34, going on 35. He had a serious injury this year. You know, I sort of understand. They're looking forward toward the future.
Right.
So, you know, the wise move would be to rest him and let him heal up. I got a question for you, though.
Okay.
Did you hear what Kobe said? Kobe was on a talk show in L.A., and they asked him to rank the players in order: Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron. And it was like a truth or dare thing.
Yeah, I seen it.
He either had to eat the cow tongue, and he put himself first over Jordan.
But it was like if he didn't do that, he was going to have to do a challenge.
But it's still the fact that that's the first time he's publicly put himself over both of those players.
I don't think he believes.
In my opinion, I like him better than LeBron.
Right.
I know a lot of people go LeBron first.
I don't know why people just jump over Kobe in the first place with the LeBron conversation. He's not past Kobe. As great as he is, I don't care what people say, he haven't caught Kobe yet.
Well, that's because we live in an analytical age, and analytically and efficiently,
right?
Because of LeBron's style and his size,
right?
You know, that the analytics look better on him, but we all know it's things that you don't see on paper that's a part of the game, and those are the areas that Kobe, to me, is just by far blowing out LeBron.
Got you. If you want to call in about this LeBron Jordan stuff, come on, call in. I'm ready for you. I'm not the biggest LeBron fan, but I know it's a lot of them out there. A lot of young folks love LeBron, didn't see the Jordan. And this microwave generation, it is what have you done for me lately. So currently, right now, you do see LeBron James. If Jordan was playing the same time LeBron, then you could clearly see who would be the better player. But LeBron is playing right now, so a lot of people like the LeBron more than anything. So that's okay. But
one more LeBron question.
Go ahead.
All right. Does this damper his career because he went over to the West 1 year
and couldn't make the playoffs
and did not play? Does it make it seem like he only had that dominance of 8-9 years in a row in the finals because he was in the East?
I tell you one thing: if it happened again, it's really gonna damage his legacy. They give him a pass his first year because he ain't got the real next superstar with him. But let it happen again.
Yeah,
it happened again.
If he get a superstar,
you absolutely right. Yeah. If he get it, because it's story saying nobody want to play with him.
Yeah.
They know when you go over there, the whole narrative change. You heard what KD said. It's toxic.
Mm-hmm.
All of that. So he might not get one. But it's another story I want to get into as far as the NBA. It's a funny story. Jordan Bell of the champion Warriors got suspended one game because he charged a bill to his assistant coach on the road in a hotel. So for whatever reason, I guess he maybe ordered some food or something, ordered some room service. He had to order a lot, but he charged it to his assistant coach's bill.
I'm pretty sure it was a joke, but a joke that obviously they didn't take funny because they suspended him. But Jordan Bell's a young player. You know, he's out there clowning. They just didn't find it funny.
Bro, what was he thinking though? Like, what would you?
He was thinking, I don't want to pay for this bill. I know my assistant's room. I'm gonna charge to that.
Okay, we got a caller calling in. Let's see what this caller. Caller, you are on the line. Caller, you on the line. Thanks for calling the Allen Powell Show. What's your name and your comment?
Hey, how you doing? This is Malcolm Adams, DJ Stakes. I was calling to comment on the best concert that I've been to.
What you got?
Derek Minor. I saw Derek Minor perform in South Holland, and he tore the roof off.
Okay. I seen him before too. That's a good one. Okay. All right.
And congratulations on the show. You guys are doing an excellent job. I love it.
All right. Thanks, man. Thanks for the support.
All
Derek
right.
Minor, I seen him before. The first time I seen Lecrae, Derek Minor opened up for Lecrae, and he was nice.
Okay.
So back to this Jordan Bell story though. He charges the bill to his assistant coach's room number, and they find out about it. But so they suspend him for one game on this past Wednesday last week. But the thing was, they said that he possibly could have done this a few times.
I was gonna say it does not make sense to me that they would suspend him for doing it one time.
Yeah.
You know, it was a ha joke. All right, give me my money back. You know, but I think that the second part of it is true. He's probably done this a couple times.
He got caught.
And
He
they
finally
finally
got caught.
figured it out. He like, I'm on my rookie contract. I need all this. I need all this money.
But you're a professional. Like, how much room service can you order? Like, my goodness, how much can you order?
I don't know.
But he got caught and he got suspended one game. But I just can't believe that he did that. What do you call this? Is he like a serial bill charger or something? Like, what do you call that?
He's a cheapskate, bro. He just want to keep his money in his pockets. He on his rookie contract,
bro,
and don't know if he gonna get another one.
That's the worst. That's one of the worst stories I've ever heard.
He's a smart young man.
Smart.
He just got caught.
But if you got suspended, I'm pretty sure that's gonna cost you your game check.
Probably gonna cost you a little bit more.
He didn't think all the way through. He thought, I can get out of this bill. He didn't think, oh snap, if I get caught, I might get suspended, I might get disciplined, I might lose money. He ain't think about it all the way through.
That's a young man for you.
Jordan Bell, you lost me on that one. So, but look, we're gonna get a quick word from one of our sponsors.
This is Dara Smith with Seed to the Nations LLC, sending a greetings to those all around the world. We are seeking sponsors for an upcoming event called An Open Door, Come As You Are, The God Experience, held June 30th, 2019 at the Genesis Center from 5 p.m. to 10 o'clock p.m. Will you say yes?
All right. That was another word from one of our sponsors, so check that out when you get a chance. Now, we're going to move on. NFL, we do it all on this show, so we're going to dig into some NFL. We had some news coming in, and breaking news, we had the AAF to suspend operations immediately.
Yeah, I saw that.
If you don't know what that is, that's the Alliance of American Football. It was like a minor league to NFL football. So all the people who couldn't make it in NFL.
It just started this year too, didn't it?
One year. Yeah. They had Bill Polian from ESPN heading that whole operation. He's mad because the owner of the whole thing dropped it down. And he wasn't happy about it. He like, man, it's the first year. They only have an 8-game season.
They didn't even finish the season.
Crazy.
And weren't they talking about how crazy the ratings were like for the first week?
I don't know what happened if nobody was coming to the games, but
I'm not surprised, but I'm a little bit disappointed because you kind of don't want to see them monopolizing the sports like we got in professional sports, especially basketball and football, because then that allows the NFL to do whatever they want. Change rules however they want because they don't have that competition. So I wish they would have kept it going, but I'm not surprised. It's hard to come and make a staple when somebody already got their foot planted in the ground so tight.
But they was working with the NFL. It was like a joint effort. So, you can, if you do good at AAF, you can come to the league.
Like a real minor league.
Yeah.
So do you have details on did they release why exactly they pulled the plug?
I didn't get all of the details. It was just coming in today. So it's fresh news. It just happened. But like I said, Bill Polian, who was a general manager at Indianapolis Colts, he the one, Peyton Manning and all of that. He drafted all of them. So he know what he's doing. So he probably saying, you have to give me a longer time. But the owner, for whatever reason, maybe he wasn't pulling in enough money the first season or whatever the case may be, they ended it after one. But I know one thing.
What's that?
This is great news. You know for who?
Oh, Vince McMahon?
Vince McMahon. You got it right on the money.
Honestly, I almost say the opposite. I look at it like if the AAF already pulled out, it's because they wasn't getting the support that they needed. They wasn't getting... they weren't getting anything back. So that showed you that football fans don't want to watch football all year round.
Or
they want their different seasons. They want college basketball and then college football.
Right.
So I think the proof is already in the pudding that this blueprint may not be successful.
But do you think they can say, okay, this is what they possibly did wrong. We're going to do things differently to make sure that
He could try. But did you watch the AAF?
I didn't. I didn't even know what channel it came on.
XFL?
Maybe.
If any of our callers are listening and you planned on watching football, please call in and let us know, because we'll see.
Just in case people don't know what we're talking about, Vince McMahon has a league called the XFL that's coming out next year. And he tried it before, and it didn't work. He had players where you can put your own name on the back of the jersey. One guy had a name called He Hate Me.
Supposed to be scripted like the WWE is?
That's a great question.
I bet it is.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think he's really going for competition.
Yeah.
Hey, you can't script football, can you?
Yeah, well.
Can you?
Yeah. They got them referees. We saw how they scripted New Orleans last year. So.
I think that's a great question for the callers. Can you script football? Can somebody call in and tell me, what do you think?
Will Vince McMahon follow the same model he did as the WWE with the XFL? And will he still come out with the XFL, seeing that the AAF just pulled out prematurely?
And then will they go as extreme as the personalities? Will you have Randy Savage as a football player?
I would watch it if
it's like that.
If it was extra like that.
See?
Because I think that's kind of what the NFL kind of lacks is the personality of the players.
Let's announce to Vince McMahon, we just gave you a plug on what to do with your league.
Don't give it for free.
Well, we charging. We definitely charging. Yeah. If you use it, we hunting you down, and we gonna let you know about it. Alan Powell Show just gave a plug to, if the people say, if you have personalities like the WWE, if you got The Rock, Stone Cold, Macho Man, Jimmy Snuka, all the old ones, the new ones, all of them. You have personalities like that in football, people might watch.
Everybody coming out to their own theme music.
Yes.
The superstars.
But that would take all day. Just imagine the whole thing.
Superstars. Just
superstars. Oh, just superstars?
You know, it's going to be a couple superstars on each thing. I would check that out.
You would?
And I think that could take some steam away from the NFL, the no fun league sometimes.
Wow, that's a good point, man. If they do that, man, they better give us some props, man.
No, not no props.
We want some
business
money.
meeting with them.
Yeah, we need some business meeting. We need to have a business. Vincent, man, you listening? You, Alan Powers is looking out for you. But look, we're gonna move on to some more football news. The Bears traded Jordan Howard, the running back. They traded Jordan Howard for, I think, a 6th round pick or something, man, to the Philadelphia Eagles. Look, I understand you didn't want him. You didn't want him because he's not versatile. He can't catch and run. He only can run.
Yeah.
And so you traded him, but he's worth more to me than a 6th round pick. Like, come on, man. I mean, I know they saved about $2 million in salary cap space, but you don't just give him away for donuts or a piece of candy. My goodness, come on, man.
But you don't think that the Bears front office is what it is. But you don't think that they shopped the market to see what they can get for him and took what they can get?
I would have waited till maybe even draft day.
Yeah.
At least draft day.
When the deals are flying around a little bit more, maybe you can throw them in with a deal. I agree.
Like, my goodness.
Unless they have now if they sign somebody in the next couple of days, then, that makes you happy as a fan, then you'll see what the vision was. But, Yeah, they could have probably got a little bit more than the 6th round pick, or waited and been patient.
Right. I don't understand it. Didn't like it. If you're a Bears fan, how you feel about the Jordan Howard news? I'm not happy about it. So that's my take on it. Then we had a new rule come in today. Pass interference is now reviewable.
Ooh.
I know you feel a certain way because you had New Orleans Saints. You had people.
I think most NFL football fans felt some type of way after that. But I'm also a little cautious. Like, is this going to be opening up Pandora's box?
What do you mean by that?
Because there is contact on a lot of different plays. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of it that's just left up to speculation, from the ref. So is it going to cause more controversy than it solves? That's the question that I have.
Well, I think that because you only have 2 challenges, it's not going to be rampant. It's not going to be all over.
Yeah.
You only can challenge two times, and then the officials during the 2 minute, under 2 minutes, that the referees can look at it.
Gotcha.
I know a lot of people are worried about Hail Mary plays. When they throw it up, it'll be all types of contact. That's going to be reviewed all over the place, and then now the officials will be determining in the football games.
Yeah.
So I think that's something to worry about. But I know the New Orleans Saints fans are like, this is a little bit too late for they liking.
New Orleans Saints, they not forgiven
right.
at all.
Right. So that was a new rule.
When I went down to New Orleans for Mardi Gras, they gave out cups that said "Never Forget," and they had a referee on there with a blind stick, and they had the date and the time that it happened. New Orleans people, they not forgetting that ever, ever.
That's funny. So that was the new rule that was passed. Now, pass interference is a reviewable play. Before, it was a judgment call, basically. But now they can look at it.
But it's included with the 2 penalties that they have.
The 2 challenges.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes it a little bit better, so it won't be happening every single play, because it's questionable almost every pass.
Right. So you can call in if you want to call in. I'm going to get the numbers out again if you want to call in on anything that we have been discussing so far. Suburbs, 708-445-9922. Indiana, 219-933-9922. And Chicago, 773-288-9922. Now, go ahead.
Or if you got a sports opinion and you just want to come call in and something that we haven't talked about that you want to talk about.
Great. Yeah, I'm glad
Definitely
you added
open
that.
for it.
Whatever y'all want to discuss sports-wise, we are here for it. Call in and we'll give you our opinion to the best of our ability. Now, we're going to have a word for another one of our sponsors. The Alan Powell Show is brought to you by 2 Tierras Events, where we make the mundane magical. Wedding decorator, birthday, corporate events, anything that you need, she can take care of it. She's a coordinator, and the decorator as well. So you can look up 2 Tierras Events on Facebook, and you can email 2tierrasevents@gmail.com. So if you got anything coming up events-wise, parties, weddings, book releases, corporate events, she does it all. This is the person you want to go to. She is top notch for sure. So that's another one of our sponsors. Now, we got some extra topics that we're going to get into. And one story I want to get into, Kristaps Porzingis, formerly of the New York Knicks. He got accused of rape. He's now with the Dallas Mavericks. Now, the story goes, an incident happened. 8 months later, she just now decided to come out. Now, the reason she says that she waited is because she was supposed to get $68,000 as a payment to be quiet. Now I'm going to tell you some more points about the story. Now, they said even right after the incident, she was texting him, showing crazy photos, naked photos. She was asking for intimate settings still after the fact. So my question would be, do she have a case, or is this even believable?
I'm not a lawyer,
right?
But in today's age, with the Me Too movement era going on, She definitely has a case.
But why would you wait 8 months afterwards?
Well, that's been an argument that's been talked about in the Me Too.
Right.
To me, it's not even the 8 months. I can understand that.
Right.
But the fact that you still trying to be affectionate, you still sending pictures,
right.
You still trying to link up with this person. That's where the issue comes in with me. 8 months, I can understand. You hurt, you scared.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand.
But I think that makes people question the whole validity of it.
I think they're all questioning because it's just it seems like every other week someone is getting accused,
right,
of something in that area. So,
but they said at $68,000, he was supposed to pay her brother's tuition. That was the $68,000.
What happened, right?
What happened?
He was like, "Hey, I ain't in New York no more. I'm in Dallas now, so I ain't got to see her no more. I'm done."
Right. And I don't mean to laugh. This ain't a laughing matter, but he did leave from New York to Dallas, and I don't know. He probably just felt like either he's sticking by a story, either he's denying it anyway. But either he just believed he didn't do it.
I think because Kristaps is who he is and has the income,
it was in his apartment.
He gonna be able to get the lawyers he need to get, and the evidence, the fact that she's still texting me.
Right.
I think he'll be all right.
So if y'all want to call in, I don't know. Is this if it's believable or not? If it happened, or I don't know what's going on with this story. But it's a bad look for Kristaps Porzingis, and it's bad look for the lady because she waited for 8 months and then you were still texting and trying to sending them photos even after the fact. So even if it happened, now my question is, was you hurt by it? You know what I mean? Like you would think. For somebody,
you must not have heard enough of these. Have you heard the one about Russell Simmons?
No.
I'll talk to you off air about that.
Okay. But I'm saying, like, if you, after the incident, if you still trying to get with this person, then my question is, and I want the females to call in because that's something that, I wouldn't know about. So maybe a female can call in and give more credence to what's going on, to give more of an understanding of how these things work. Do you try to be in contact with people after something like that, or are you traumatized, or are you just like I never heard somebody wanting to be with that person even after the fact. But that was just a interesting story that I thought needs to be discussed a little bit. And then another one, Robert Kraft. Robert Kraft, the owner.
It's some new news on
news. Robert Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots.
That's the massage parlor man, right?
He was the one that got indicted for solicitation of prostitution in Florida. But he don't like the way the evidence got gathered. So he's trying now. They saying they have video of him in the act of doing things. But he's trying to say the way they got the evidence is wrong, so you need to throw it out. And he apologized.
That's how law works, though. If you gather the evidence illegally, you can't use that evidence.
But if you denying it, how you gonna come out and apologize and say I'm sorry to my fans and this and that? So you saying you did something wrong?
He's saying I'm sorry for the immoral act that I did.
Right.
But legally,
right,
you can't do nothing to me because you got that footage illegally. That's what he's saying. But he's saving face by saying he's sorry. What is he gonna say? I don't care what y'all think.
So which one you take? Because remember, they offered him a deal as well. They said
I told you he wasn't gonna take that deal.
The DA said if you would just admit that we caught you, that we would have found you guilty, we would drop the charges.
And I told you he had too much money to take that deal. That ain't none of this gonna see the day of light.
Tell me what's going to happen at the end of the story?
Nothing. Nothing.
He got too much money?
Because it didn't make sense to me either how they got access to that video.
Well, they say they've been surveying that area for a long time.
All you want to.
They got him on camera.
How did you see inside a wall? I mean,
they got cameras. They got
video from inside the vicinity, right?
Yeah.
I watched enough Law and Order to know that that's not legal, bro. Not at all.
So they've been doing stuff illegally this long, watching that place. Watching that, you saying they've been watching that specific
spot. I'm not a lawyer. We'll see when the rest of the facts come out. But what I can tell you.
You saying
what I can tell you.
Yeah.
Give you my opinion, and my opinion is a fact.
Wait, do we got a truth moment?
Nah, we ain't got to go that far.
Okay.
You want to know the truth about sports? I'll tell you the truth.
Tell the truth.
Hey, what's up, people? This is Tell the Truth, where I give my opinion, and my opinion is a fact. I think it's like 99.9% proof, something like that. But on this Robert Kraft situation, it's going to disappear. That man has too much money for the type of crime he committed. Let's not forget there was 250 other men that were arrested that day there as well. So that's just my truth moment. Nothing's going to come out of it. Al asked me a question. That's my truth. Or my opinion.
But he calls it truth. It's a fact.
No, my opinion is a fact.
There you go. That was a truth moment. So look, I think a couple of more topics before we get ready to get on up out of here. Look, Tim Hardaway, he's not in the Hall of Fame, and he said the reason why he's not in the Hall of Fame is because he made some anti-gay remarks. He went on a rant talking about he don't like him, he don't like the, and he believes that he's not in the Hall of Fame because of that. You being a NBA aficionado, being the NBA person that you are.
It's not even about the NBA. I've talked about this on the show several times about what society is becoming and how they're using social media to penalize people and how you can't even express your opinion anymore if it's not the popular opinion or the opinion that's being told by the media. That's why the Island Power Show is so important, because we going to tell you what's up. You know, we're getting mainstream, but we're not there yet. But I think it's scary, man, because it is possible that he's telling the truth. You know.
So do you think he's getting held out because of his comments? First of all, do you think he's a Hall of Famer?
I think that I know that it's very possible. Yeah, Tim Hardaway's Hall of Famer. Gotcha. I used to practice that Tim Hardaway.
He's one of the originators of the crossover.
Yeah. So he was a great player, always in the playoffs. I don't have his numbers in front of me, but in my opinion, he should be in the Hall of Fame. So he got a point, bro. He got a grievance, and how this world works now, you got to watch what you say on social media.
You ain't lying. You talk about something like that. That group, they be coming out hard.
We need to stop allowing it, and we need to ask why. Like
I think that's a whole
major issue.
Yeah, I think that would be a whole nother conversation.
Yep.
That would be a whole nother conversation coming up. So that was another story we have for you. Now, before we get up out of here, I got a segment called Come to Church With Me. And that is basically, I tell you, just in case y'all missed church over the past Sunday, I tell y'all what I learned, and hopefully it might help you. So, come to church with me real quick. So, over Sunday service, we had our pastor talk about the road to Romans. He used a couple of scriptures, Romans 8:28 and Romans 14:1. Now, the notes that I had, Romans 8:28 goes with this. And the pastor said, God is perfecting you in your trying season. So he doesn't want to send you out until you are perfected. So whatever you might going through, don't look at it as a bad time. That's just God working his thing, working it out for you. He's working you into your perfect season. So all the things that you're going through, he's preparing you and getting you ready into your new season. He's allowing everything to happen to perfect you. And if you look at Romans 8:28, it will always work for your good. So Romans 8:28, we know that God causes everything to work together for the good of those who love God and are called according to his purpose for them. So everything that you're going through is going to work out for your good. Just always remember that. And then Romans 14:1 is accept other believers who are weak in the faith and don't argue with them about what they think is right or wrong. So, and in a New Living Translation, it says, warmly welcome any brother who wants to join you. So if somebody wants to join you, don't quarrel with them about ticky-tack, whether you should eat this or whether you should eat that. Should I celebrate a holiday? Should I celebrate this? It's not about that. Welcome him warmly and accept any believer who wants to be in your company. Accept them. Y'all might be different, but that's okay. That's okay. So those are two scriptures that we have for you. I want to thank y'all so much for joining us today on our first show. We hope that you enjoyed it. This is the first of many shows to come. If you want to follow us, you can follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all those outlets, and you will find out everything we got going on. So
So search on YouTube, Allen Powell Shows, Facebook, Allen Powell Shows. Make sure you subscribe. We're going to always be coming to you with fresh content. Leave comments.
Yes.
Until next time.
Yes. So with all that being said, that was our show for today. I thank y'all once again. We are out this thing. Thank y'all.
Deuces.
Mixed up music, ENT. Where we lock and load, Allen Powell. It's the Allen Powell Show. Where we lock and load. Come on. It's the Allen Powell Show. Where we lock and load. Come on. It's the Allen Powell Show. Where we lock and load. It's the Allen Powell Show. Where we lock